What grounds should I just leave it? I'd just like to take a seat and talk to one of my representatives. Now, I'm from her area.
Well, it's facial.
You walk away, go on, I'll wait.
I touch you, crinny.
I'm with you a kind of barely. You missed a bit shaving there. Are you able to use a mirror?
Come on, let's go. Yeah,
don't you
it's
worry.
facial.
So why would you stop me from talking to my public representative? She lives in my constituency. Now, I didn't vote for her because I wouldn't vote for Labour, and I certainly wouldn't vote for you.
Fair enough.
All right?
That's fair enough.
Now, I'm just here to ask a couple of questions about the area.
Yeah, that's one. Well, she's currently in a meeting.
Well, can I speak to you?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
You know, out in Poppentry.
Sorry?
You know Poppentry, where the modular houses are going.
I know a bit about it, yeah.
Right. That land was zoned for housing for the people in Ballymun. They paid for planning permission for themselves. They took it out of their own pocket, and the council said that money would be returned to them. Okay? Now that land has been taken away from 40 families, and they're going to put modular houses on it. These are shanty towns that are being built in the middle of Dublin. Do you think that's right?
I don't think modular houses are shanty towns.
Have you seen them?
I have, actually.
Have you ever gone to school inside a porta cabin?
Well, I haven't gone to school in a modular house.
When I went to school, my school was being built. And it was porta cabins.
You were in a prefab?
No, I was in a steel container, two of them welded together, which is a porta cabin. Now, what you've done with these houses is got porta cabins.
Exactly. Porta cabins.
Yeah, no, you made them look nice.
No,
you didn't replace them.
No, we've been building new school buildings all over the country.
Yeah.
Which you've been able to look at.
Now, back to the real question.
No, sorry, let me answer your question.
Back to the question of Poppentry.
We've been replacing porta cabins.
Why were them families left with them houses after putting €5,000 into the planning permission?
No, I don't know about the case you're raising there.
You're very good at dodging questions, aren't you?
We'll be happy to look into it. No, you raised
well,
the
Alan
point about
Kelly is looking
prefabs.
into it at the minute, and there's a council meeting happening on Monday.
So you're... Yeah, well,
I'm involved in a lot of things. You support modular housing. You like over real houses.
No, of course not.
So why was this site zoned for real housing at the expense of 40 families?
Yeah, and
this is in Poppentry on Ballybutcher Lane. On Ballybutcher Lane in Poppentry. Now there's a protest happening out there since Friday, and it's going to continue till Monday until there's a meeting with the council. There was a group of people from Ballymun who got together, put their money together, arranged planning permission for themselves and the people of Ballymun to get real solid brick houses. Now, they were promised that. The council promised that they would give them a refund in the money for planning permission. Sorry, let me finish.
Which council?
Dublin City Council, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Now, they were promised refunds for the €5,000 that they had to collect themselves.
Yeah.
Now, they got no refunds, and now they're being told the houses and the land aren't going to happen. They're going to put modular houses in it, and not one of them people from Ballymun will get a house.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's true.
It is true.
I can't speak for
you know the
Dublin
house,
City Council,
you know the caravan that burned down when the Traveller family died?
Did hear about that, yeah.
What happens if that happens in a modular housing estate? How many families will die in modular housing in the next 15 to 20 years?
Are you going to let me answer your question?
Walk away.
Are you sure?
Walk away.
Well, modular housings are totally different from caravans.
Are you sure? Oh, they're totally different to caravans.
They're much safer.
They're not safer than a brick house.
No, they're not.
So why are people being put in them?
A brick house is always the first preference.
Well, if you look at Priory Hall, you look at Longboat Quay,
$4 billion into social housing.
Okay.
That's why we're putting almost $4 billion into social housing.
When are you going to do that?
As you know, we'll be doing it in the next 2 years.
You're not going to get voted back in to do it.
Well, that's up to the public.
It is up to the public.
And we've no control.
And that's why I'm here to record you, because I might have a small influence, whereas you've lost all influence.
Every right to vote for whoever you want. It's a democratic country. But you're saying you want social housing built. If you want social housing built, the Labour Party is committed to building.
Why has NAMA been allowed to build houses for profit?
Social housing for up to $4 billion worth of social housing over the next 2 years.
There you, but you're never going to get voted in, so that's a pure lie, or it's a blatant.
Well, how is it a lie?
If you don't get voted in, how are you going to spend any money on anything?
Sure, that's a commitment.
What are you going to do? Are you going to retire and take a pension?
It's a commitment that we'll deliver the social housing.
Are you a councillor or a TD?
No, I'm not a councillor. I'm not a TD.
You're just a volunteer.
I'm a private citizen.
Right,
I'm a private
same
citizen.
as myself.
Having a discussion with you about political issues.
I think the word would be sovereign citizen.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I'm happy with that word. Yeah, I'm happy with that word. I'm a citizen of a republic just like you are. And I'm entitled to debate issues just like you are. And I'm entitled to put a point of view to you.
Which you have been allowed to do.
The Labour Party is the only party that's has ever built social housing in a serious way in this country.
Right.
And we're the only party
that will build
social housing in a serious way in this country.
Look where the Labour Party came from. When Joan started with the Labour Party, she was doing a lot of protests for jobs. She was out in the streets the same as I am. And now the people have turned on her because she's forced a member of almost every single family in this country to leave.
Yeah, well, that's not true.
So there's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people that have emigrated from this state.
I'd say to you is I think
because there's no work here.
There is a lot of people who've emigrated from this state.
Why?
Friends of mine have emigrated. Because of our economy collapsed.
Exactly.
We had the worst economic collapse.
Why have no bankers been brought to justice for this?
And who was in government during that economic collapse?
Who are you going to go into government with next month? Who are you going to go into government with after the next election?
Are you going to let me answer your question?
Walk away.
Are you going to let me answer your question? I'm just a citizen like you.
Exactly.
Trying to have a
The Labour Party will go with any party that has the majority.
Well, hold on.
And you'll just bite at the line and tow along.
Hold on a second.
The Labour Party has no say. You're the minor party.
Economic crisis.
You went far over.
That's nonsense.
You sat on the other side of the room. You took the money.
The banking guarantee.
You sat on the other side of Dáil Éireann. The Labour Party took all the money they could.
The Labour Party opposed the banking
guarantee. How much money is in the Labour's bank account?
Not very much, I can tell you.
I can tell you there's 3 million.
Oh, well, obviously you've
in assets and cash.
Sure
how much is the Labour Party worth?
I'm not sure how you can speak
2014 euro or 2014. You go and have a look at their accounts.
Are you going to let me answer your question?
Well, I'm going to give you the facts.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to answer your question. I mean, the fact is,
why don't the Labour Party use that money? Like Joan told me. Remember, I met you in Hunstown, and Joan said that she. Remember, I marched Joan out Hunstown on my own because she was scared with a fake phone call.
Well, actually,
go on to YouTube, you'll see the video, right?
Well, I was there.
Joan, how did you remember?
I was there.
So now you just don't even know what you're talking about. Now you remember. Well done. Right, back to the main point.
We finished our
I asked Joan, you didn't. I seen you leave.
With Joan Burton. And
you
we finished the canvas there.
You finished the canvas without Joan.
You missed us, obviously. Yeah.
And I watched you walk down the Hartstown Road, get back into your car in Pinebrook and leave.
And we went down to Pinebrook and we did a further canvas there.
Without Joan.
That's not important with Joan. But that's not important.
You sure you remember that?
I remember it perfectly.
You don't, because I would have took her out Blanche as well.
Yeah.
Now back to the main point. The money that's in the Labour account, why isn't that used to fix?
You were talking about Jones.
I'm talking about a lot of things.
Under the Labour Party,
I was talking about housing, which brings us back to Longboat Quay.
Reduced by more than a third. More than a third.
Joan,
you talked about Jones.
Why do you hide behind all these people? I've done nothing illegal, so I'll ask you to stay quiet. All I'm doing is asking John.
He is,
but he's paid to be here. Because he's paid to be here. Have I broken a law? Have I broken any law? He's a guard, so he's here under contract. Am I here under contract?
I don't know.
No. You've asked not to be on camera, so unless you want him to be on camera, I ask that you keep him out of this conversation.
Hold on a second.
Okay?
Hold on a second. I'm just having I'm trying to have a debate with you.
As we are.
You seem to be quite hostile to freedom of speech.
No, I seem to be quite hostile to the Labour Party, to Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael.
Hold on a second.
So it's my right.
You talked about Joan Burton.
Have I been abusive?
No, you haven't.
Exactly.
No. You haven't, and I'm happy
have I been intimidated?
No, I'm happy to talk to you.
So have I broken any laws? Don't try and tell me that I've been abusive. Don't try and tell me that I've been hostile.
No, you're trying to destroy it.
Okay? You don't even know what you're saying. You can't remember. You can't. Oh, am I? Yeah, well done. Carry on there with your lies.
The Labour Party has reduced unemployment by more than a third.
Because a lot of people have left the country.
So you're talking about jobs? The Labour Party's record in jobs is unparalleled.
The Labour Party did not create jobs.
The Labour Party is the only party that's building social housing.
If you believe that, you're an idiot.
You don't want to spend... Oh, well, now you say you weren't being abusive.
I said if you believe that.
Yeah.
I didn't say you are.
Let's talk about the real issues.
Okay, let's talk about the real issues. You have Longboat Quay. You have people being evicted from their houses because the building contractors failed to uphold building regulations. Now the building regulations were lowered yet again to allow modular housing to be built. So you're telling me the modular housing is of a lower standard than Longboat Quay and Priory Hall, and they are safe. Well, no, that's what's being put. Not yourself.
The Labour Party brought in building regulations which are the toughest in the history of the state.
Are you just here to block Joan off camera?
No, I'm here to talk to you.
Right. Well, I'm not here to speak to you.
Well, that's your prerogative. But I'm happy to talk to you for as long as you want to talk. Maybe you're tired of having an open and honest debate.
Oh no, I'm happy to speak to you, but I'd rather speak to Joan. You're just here to block her and hide her from the real people.
Joan is a meeting with the school principal.
Oh, is she? Yeah. Was she called in here?
It's a private meeting. Yeah, it's a private meeting.
Private meeting?
You're welcome to film me as much as you like.
So you've got yourself into this meeting now, haven't you? Well done. What else have you got to say?
Well, I've said what I've
How can you blindly follow the Labour Party?
I don't blindly follow anyone.
So, why don't you?
This is the party that in government has reduced unemployment by more than a third.
Through immigration, not through job creation.
Rubbish. More than 100,000 jobs have been created in the last 4 years. You talk about the economic crisis.
How many people have left? How many people have left college and signed on the dole or left this country?
Let me talk to you about the far left. The far left. I don't know if you're a member of the far left.
I wouldn't be a member of any political party
the far left would
or organisation before you start claiming I am.
Left would prefer.
I was accused of being in an organisation.
The far left would prefer to have the right-wing parties in power forever, rather than see the Labour Party have any success.
I'd see the Labour Party fail.
Oh, of course you would, yeah.
Because they have.
Yeah,
now they need to be voted out.
That's because people like you are the best friends that Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael will ever have.
I wouldn't even vote for them.
No,
Independence.
But
have you heard of the 1 year initiative?
I haven't, no.
No? Maybe you should look into that.
Well,
it gives the people the authority to call an election after user in...
A recall?
Yeah. It's a people's...
I've heard of the recall, yeah.
Right, so you know...
I've no problem with the idea of a recall.
Would you support it? Or would the Labour Party support it?
Well, I don't speak for the Labour Party.
So who are you speaking for?
I speak for myself. Well, I told that to you. I'm a citizen just like you. I speak for myself.
Blindly following the Labour Party, knocking on front doors all over Blanche, telling them they're the best thing in the world.
No, I don't blindly follow anyone.
Have you knocked on doors and said the Labour Party are the best party in the world?
No.
I stopped you from doing it one day.
You didn't stop us, but I told you.
Did I stop you in Hunstown?
No.
Did I march Joan out of Hunstown?
No, you didn't.
I have it on camera and it's on YouTube.
No, you didn't. She just moved down.
See, that's blind following.
Listen, I'm just telling you.
Okay.
You can believe what you like.
You see that page I showed you? Go on to and you'll see Joan. Cop yourself on me.
Just moved down the road from the